So I didn't actually start playing until I was about 19, and it was at Durham University. Having said that, beforehand, it was always the first ball we picked up as a family. So, and we were a very sporty family, so we'd often go to the park or the beach or for a bike ride or whatever it was, for a picnic, and there'd always be a rugby ball with us. And if we weren't out, then we'd be in the garden and we'd be playing. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't just rugby. We were playing cricket or football or whatever sport we fancied doing. But so I was familiar with it from a very young age and was always passing around and whatever and pretending to tackle my brothers and everything. But I didn't actually choose to start playing it until I was 19. And I think almost from the get-go, I absolutely loved it. I remember that first training session, it just sort of, everything clicked quite well, and I really liked the group of girls I was training with, and I was just like, yeah, I think this is the sport.
Tell me a little bit more about your journey from obviously, starting it, loving the training sessions. Like, how did you progress and how did your sporting career begin?
It all happened pretty quickly, to be honest. So I started my first year, I was just playing for the uni seconds team, and I was playing netball at the same time, and it was relatively strict, because I'd committed to the netball uni team. I then had to stick with that. So it was kind of, when I was available to play for the rugby team, I think I played about 5 games that first season, one of which was straight after netball games. I played a netball game, ran into the change room, got changed, ran straight onto the rugby pitch. The warm-up being done, like literally the whistle was about to go, and they were like, right, Claude, here's your shirt, get on. And I was like, all right, cool. And I loved that because like the environment within the uni seconds team, it was quite, it was pretty relaxed. We were all competitive, obviously, because as all sports people are, and all people are, I think, really. But it wasn't probably the highest standard. It was just, we just had a lot of fun as a team. So that, I think, really sort of built that foundation of just loving it. Like I played with all my best friends really at uni, really enjoyed it. Went for the first team, played in the first team, and then at the same time also went across to the Premiership club. Just really for my own self, it was just like, right, I'm just going to go over there, learn as much as I can, train as much as possible. And I actually ended up playing in the team for that whole season, was wing or fullback, and then really enjoyed that. And then that's when I started to talk to the coaches, the England coaches, because they kind of use the Premiership as their sort of selection ground, or their sort of development ground, I guess. So that's where they pick their players out of. So I just initiated conversations with them, found out what they were kind of looking for in players, how I could show that. There's a couple of funny stories, I think, where I was probably quite forward with coaches, like really good coaches. So I rung them up once, because you're young as well. You don't really know how the system works. You kind of think, oh, well, I'm playing well. Why aren't I in an England camp? Or they're telling me I'm going to be in one, so why am I not in this one? Or why am I not playing this game? Or whatever. So I ended up ringing the backs coach up and was like, hi, so I don't really, I want to know why I'm not selected and what you need me to do. So he was like, right, okay, well, we're obviously in an international break now, but the Premiership carried on playing. So he was like, right, well, this can be your chance to stand out. So I want you to go and I want you to score some tries. And I was like, all right, okay, fine, I'll do that. So I hung up the phone, and I say like it was really easy. It took me probably a whole day to like get the
courage to do it.
And then the next couple of games I was like, right, I'm gonna score tries, and I think I scored 8 tries over the next like 3 games. And I went back to him, I called him up straight away and was like, right, I've done that then. I scored 8 tries, have you seen them? And he was like, no, well we've been watching the international games, like we've been coaching this, but I'll have a little look. And I was like, right, okay, so what do you need me to do now? And he was like, okay, we'll go do X, Y, and Z. I was like, all right, okay, fine, I'll do that.
Awesome.
And I was probably quite pushy with it, but it worked. The following season so I played 1 year at DMP Sharks, which was the Premiership side up north, and then the following year I went down, I moved clubs to London Wasps. So moved clubs. That was quite a big change for me, and I moved positions at the same time.
But what happened to give you that switch where you like, I just want to go and do it, I don't care what other people think?
Probably confidence, to be honest. And at first I probably, I can remember I walked down to the training session on my own as well. So I didn't really tell anyone I was going. I just sort of walked down and went, not really sure what to expect. And then what I found was really nice, normal girls who just happened to play rugby. Some of them really girly, some of them, less, traditionally girly, not if that has a context or whatever, but, and I was like, oh, and that kind of, and I think having that and being a part of that environment and being like, well, you're wrong if you're going to assume those stereotypes. And actually, once I'd started to play, people didn't assume the stereotypes, not people that were my friends anyway.